behind the headlines today, and our next guest is a world-class Olympic medal winning gymnast and Guinness World Record holder who's making international news for taking on the gymnastics establishment with headlines like this. Gymnast Frederick Richard's latest challenge is attempting to change his sport's strict dress code. And this one, gymnast deliberately takes point deduction so he could wear cool uniform during meet. 1,000% worth it. And Frederick explains in a message behind his decision that this was something that he felt needs to change. Frederick says it's not just that the traditional uniform is dated and uncomfortable. He believes it's keeping young men from joining gymnastics. In fact, in this emotional video, he sees his new uniform that he designed for the first time and explains why he is taking this stand. Take a look.
Bro, I'm really doing this. Like, no one else is designing a new uniform, getting deducted, breaking the barriers, trying to make change, trying to show that we are going to a new direction, to a sport that does try new things, does try to improve so we can grow. Not a sport that's dying and has college programs closing down, things like that. This is the first of it. It's like you think back to your younger self and you realize, like, damn, it's all actually come true. All I want is for the sport to be where it deserves to be. Time for the review. Probably. Oh, wow.
Tam fam, please welcome in his first daytime television interview, Frederick Richard.
What's up?
Oh, what's up, Fred? Come on over.
You put the whole floor out for me. I had to tumble. I was like, I don't know what I do. Started flipping.
Wait, that was an improv tumble. I didn't even know you were going to do that.
I made a new skill right there, though.
You did. I mean, listen, you've got the skills, for sure. You know, first of all, there's so many things here, but I want to start because you hit my heart and our audience, I could tell watching that video. One of the things I saw on Instagram you posted, you said, I'm making this change for my 10-year-old self who felt awkward in tights and embarrassed to tell people I'm pursuing a girl's sport. I saw the headlines to call the team. I was like, we got to get him on. I saw it over the summer. You were willing to have points deducted to make this point about the uniforms. What is the problem with the uniforms as you see it?
It's been an interesting journey because growing up, I felt this way. You know, I'd leave the gym in the uniform we train in.
And what is the classic or traditional uniform now? It's a leotard?
So it's a leotard, which means the top, you see this tight top, you don't realize you step into it just like a leotard, the same that the girls wear. And then you put the pants on top of it, and it's these tight pants that hook over the feet. And it's just this very tight, restricted feeling that they believe looks very sharp. But just as a kid growing up and being in school and seeing all these other sports, you just feel out of place, uncomfortable. And it's a weird feeling because you know your sport's very cool. You know it's different. I know it's not a girl's sport. Gymnastics is so much bigger than that. But you've kind of find yourself with this growing up, and you don't feel cool.
Yeah.
And
you feel part of that. Well, cool is a big thing. Listen, look at the NBA shorts. They used to be like up to here. And then when the younger guys started playing and the Allen Iversons, they brought them down here. Now they're in the middle. I mean, so we do know that the uniform affects how people perceive it. And you love gymnastics so much, and you have done so much, including writing a book, as a way to bring in boys to the sport.
1000%. And I just know there's other boys going through the same thing that I went growing up. And I knew something had to change. And I realized I'm at this point now that I'm leading the sport. So if I don't take the risk, no one will.
Who's going to take the risk? So can we go back to the shots of what the uniforms look like? Because I want people to see the contrast that you're talking about of what you currently wear. This is the traditional, which is the fitted leotard, the pant that we all know. And this is what you have designed.
Yeah, this is a version. And we're in the process of, we're going to keep making tweaks and improving it. And the message isn't this other uniform is a uniform that people shouldn't like, because I think what I'm trying to preach is like the freedom to wear what you're comfortable in. If someone else likes this
Right.
old uniform, they can wear it.
It's not unprecedented for uniforms to change. I mean, for example, volleyball, they wore the bikini for such a long time, and then it was challenged, and we saw evolution or progression of options
Yes.
for those players. What kind of response have you gotten?
I think I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. It's
I went through your DMs. I saw,
Yeah.
people are really on your side.
yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about this journey. So many people do relate. We got a couple gymnasts that might come out and show that, but you get both sides. You know, I'm still facing pushback from FIG. FIG is the national body that decides all the decisions, and
Yeah.
they've been known for strict code books. There was a time, not too long ago, gymnasts couldn't have tattoos. Gymnasts can't wear ear piercings. Gymnasts can't have a lot of things. Gymnasts couldn't wear tape that doesn't match their skin color.
And that had to be a challenge because of the variety of skin tones.
Yes, and they only made white tape, and you might find black tape, but if you're in between, you figure it out. Yeah.
Right. Have you formally petitioned for the change? Because that's a part of the process,
Yes.
right?
So I designed this uniform with Turn, is an all men's gymnastics company designing men's gymnastics uniforms. And so they're making this push. They're petitioning in meetings. I've been in a couple meetings. I just talk, give my viewpoints. I don't see what happens afterwards of how they make the decisions. But it's something I'm really passionate about. I think all of this plays a role in my broader goal of just growing the sport, turning it around.
And you're still willing to keep having the points deducted? 'Cause
I
it's-
am,
What is
yes.
it like? How much do they
So
deduct?
it's 3/10 of the point.
I know.
I mean, if you don't know gymnastics, that 3/10, if you're trying to win an event, especially at a world championships, it really can take you out the contention for it.
Gosh, but you're willing to take that. By the way, we reached out to the various governing bodies for gymnastics, the International Gymnastics Federation, and they told us their uniform rules are clear and that the NCAA told us that they follow the rules from FIG. So it's one organization saying their rules are clear, another saying, well, we're just following what the other
Yeah, that's
organization is
basically what
saying.
happens. FIG makes the rules. Everybody else says, oh, we can't change it unless FIG changes it.
Okay.
So we have to get the whole big dogs to
Yeah.
change. And once that changes...
Have you ever heard of David and Goliath?
yeah.
Coming up,
played.
we're going to actually see Frederick's uniforms in motion, and we've got a little bit of a surprise coming up after the break. This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. Join in on the fun. Sign up for our newsletter and subscribe to the Tamron Hall YouTube channel.